Pancake. How many years have you been with this organization now?
I believe it's 19 or 20 months.
Right. How's it going?
It's a growth period.
Yeah, still, huh?
Yeah, you definitely grow. You change, with the training and understanding the trauma and the ways that people perceive with the kids is growing.
Right, right. How has your vision of the world changed in the last? And if you could remember the mass, just because we're concerned with clarity.
Um, my vision as far as what I would like the city to
Yeah.
be, um, it's tough. It's tough because you have to re-shine light on the kids that's traumatized. Like visualize a plant. A plant grows in the light, it grows outward, right? But it still grows. You take that same plant, let's say you put it under your kitchen cabinet. Will it not grow? It'll
Right.
still grow, but
Right.
it'll grow inward. And that's the same thing with the children today. We're in
Mm.
dark times, so they're growing into a dark atmosphere. We have to take that darkness away and replace with white clouds, meaning positivity, because the energy is real negative. So my vision is to get my city back on the positive vibes.
Yeah, yeah, to add light. And what would it be like to add light for these kids?
Um, Allow them to grow. Allow them to actually be kids because right now these children, well, us as adults are, and I say us because, I was once thinking the same thing, that these kids are grown because of maybe their age or because of their growth in their body development. But that's not true. Even a 19-year-old is still a child.
Right.
And we need to stop putting adult responsibilities on these kids, allow them to grow and flourish, and show them new avenues where they can channel their mind instead of just bottling up their frustration and letting it out in negative ways.
Right, right. Absolutely, absolutely. What have you learned the most from being in this job for?
The most I learned, honestly, is to listen because a lot of times, me personally coming from the atmosphere and growing up, I like to believe that I have a lot of the answers, and I don't. So what I learned is just to listen because these kids have a voice, and
Mm.
they will tell you exactly what's going on and how to
Mm.
fix it if you just listen.
Wow, wow. And can you tell people what you do as a SNUG worker and how you try to meet their needs and
Try and meet the needs. Each child has different needs, depending on the age, on their depending on their living situation, depending on where they at just in their life period, because they go through different stages. I didn't see kids that started out in grade school and just how their friends change. Over the last 2 years, over the
right?
last 2 years that I've been working here, how their behavior changed, how their clothing changed.
Yeah.
Just how their respect has went down for other people.
Right, right.
That's what I've seen since the biggest thing is with the kids. And like and them are children. Like us as adults experience the same thing, and we have trauma that we have yet to deal with. Like the other day, I was driving, and I got a couple of boxes of masks in my I keep in my trunk. So I seen it's like a family, a couple of older senior citizens, and nobody had a mask on. So I pulled over and I hopped out, popped the trunk. And they're looking at me like, I'm a big guy. So
Right, right,
what is this guy just doing? So I'm like, here, and I gave them a pack of masks each, and they're like,
right,
for free, like, and I'm like,
right,
yeah, it's
right.
for free. You have to cover up for safety. And they're just like, they were just overwhelmed, and that's the appreciation that I feel, and that's one of the reasons why I do this because just to see the amazement and people appreciation for just the small things, because a lot of times we complain about the things that we don't have instead of
Right,
appreciating what we do have.
right,
And that's what
right.
you're trying to spread throughout the community. And to piggyback off of what Justin said, like even like our participants age range from 13 to 24, but they still might meet the criteria. Some might be just coming home, or some might have been suffered from gun violence. For instance, me and my other coworker had a participant, and we was doing a canvas area, and it was a gang member that got shot, and he's in a wheelchair, and he's still like in the streets, and we was just asking him why is he out here? Why is he still doing the things and he's in a wheelchair? And you know, at first he's like, hey, you know, Pancake Man, I still got the gun, I don't care. And it's like, wait a minute, something deeper than this. You know, and the more I really said, because I've been there. A lot of times we're put in situations where we don't like it. We just do it because of the circumstances surrounding us. And he was one of them products of the environment. And when I told him, like, I remember when at the end of me being in the streets, like, I ain't even like doing it. So if I don't like doing it, why am I doing it? And I told him it's okay. We're human.
Right.
We have to start addressing the pain that's inside of us and letting it go instead of holding on to it. You know, and once we got into that, like, he almost like broke down and he was like, I really don't want to sell drugs. And I was like, I can't promise you anything, but I will try and look into something because he's disabled. So it got to be something that, because he's like, yo, I can't do this. He's like, I got kids, you know, is there
Right.
something else out there I can do?
Right.
And, you know, I just don't know, like, once again, I can't 100% guarantee or promise you anything.
Right.
But I would do my part and do some research. You know what I'm saying? Because you shouldn't really be out here doing this and you're already in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? And that just really show that we go through this as adults. So can you just imagine a 14-year-old, a 15-year-old, or a 16-year-old that's dealing with these levels of adult stress at such an early age?
Right. Right.
It's crazy.